injury. Now I'm kind of find out it was a leg and a back injury. So she's been dealing with little knick-knagging injuries. And that's going to happen, especially when you're asked to do so much. When you asked to do so much, you got so little to work with. That's bound to happen. That's it's all part of the course when you're asked to go out there and score all the points, get all the rebounds, and defend. And that last game, I can tell like she just was.
The situation felt somewhat restricted following her recent appearance on court. Head coach Tyler Marsh explained that the player desires to perform at peak condition for her squad members. As a fierce competitor, she prefers participating while operating at maximum capacity. The challenging campaign brings difficulties whether related to physical setbacks or team performance outcomes. Despite obstacles, her determination remains strong as she works toward recovery, with teammates providing constant support during these testing periods. Tyler Marsh confirmed that Angel Reese faces back-related physical issues.
She just wasn't in it. She just was not there. And you can actually somebody had a clip, right? Somebody sent me a clip. I didn't even notice this during the live game. Angel Reese kept begging Tyler Marsh to come out the game. She wasn't 100%, clearly. And to make all the sense in the world, you can tell she was not 100%. She wasn't.
These concerns have persisted across multiple recent contests, according to coaching staff reports. Her absence from the contest against Connecticut before the midseason break was initially attributed to lower extremity problems. Updated information reveals both leg and spinal complications were affecting her performance. These minor physical setbacks frequently occur when athletes shoulder excessive responsibilities. Limited roster depth creates situations where key players must handle overwhelming workloads, making such problems inevitable. During recent competition, her discomfort was clearly visible to observers.
And to make all the sense in the world, you can tell she was not 100%. She wasn't ready to play. She probably should never play, to be honest. She probably should never play. But of course, she's a warrior. She's going to play through injuries. But now we got Angel Reese with a back injury now, and she's questionable for tonight's game against the Seattle Storm. Now, Chicago also, they're going to build out Michaela Ariel-Atkins. Now, Angel Reese is questionable, but we don't know if she's going to play. Now, this is what he said.
She appeared disconnected from typical performance levels throughout the match. Video footage later surfaced showing the player repeatedly requesting substitution from Coach Marsh during play. Her physical condition was obviously compromised, making complete sense given subsequent injury reports. Many believe she shouldn't have participated while dealing with these limitations. However, her warrior mentality drives her to compete despite physical obstacles. Angel Reese now carries uncertainty status for the upcoming matchup versus Seattle Storm due to continuing back troubles.
This is what he said about Ariel-Atkins and Michaela. Okay, here's the update. Let me pull this up.
They're getting better each day. Still don't have an exact timetable in terms of when each will be back, but they're progressing. They're feeling better today than they were, over the course of the last couple. And so, they'll keep working and we'll be excited to get them back. They're getting better each day.
Chicago management will also evaluate Michaela and Ariel-Atkins' availability. Current medical updates suggest both players show daily improvement, though exact return dates remain undetermined. Their condition appears better compared to recent days, creating optimism for eventual comebacks. Limited talent depth creates significant challenges when previously unused players suddenly receive major rotation minutes. This scenario rarely benefits overall team success. Chicago recently signed Marisha Davis, who will likely see action in tonight's contest.
This is the downside to having a team that it's not loaded with talent. When you ask players that wasn't getting playing time to all of a sudden have big roles in the rotation, I mean, it doesn't really help. It doesn't really help your team. And they got Marquisha Davis. They signed her a couple of days ago. She's likely going to play tonight. Angel Reese, you can see right here on the bench. Angel Reese is.
Practice footage revealed Angel Reese absent from team shooting sessions, indicating concerning developments. Given Chicago's current trajectory outside playoff contention and lack of significant roster moves or trade activity, the organization appears headed toward rebuilding mode. Protecting valuable assets becomes paramount under these circumstances. When dealing with recurring minor injuries, complete rest until full recovery makes logical sense regardless of the player's desire to compete. Forcing participation through physical limitations serves no beneficial purpose. Marisha Davis received a warm reception upon joining the team, with staff ensuring her comfort and providing necessary resources during her initial days.
Angel Reese, you can see right here on the bench, Angel Reese is not participating.
Her integration process has progressed smoothly over recent practices. Chicago faces a challenging Seattle Storm squad while dealing with significant injury concerns. The updated medical report lists Angel Reese as questionable with back issues, while both Atkins and Michaela remain unavailable without established recovery timelines. These circumstances place the franchise in a difficult position. Future organizational direction remains unclear regarding potential roster moves. Chicago currently lacks ownership of their upcoming draft selection, having traded it to Minnesota in exchange for acquiring a veteran player.
Now, they said Angel Reese, they did not see Angel Reese participating in shoot-around. It's not a good sign. And how I see it, Chicago, you're not a playoff team. You haven't made any moves that indicate you're a playoff team. They're not looking to make any trades or anything like that.
They retain Connecticut's future pick, though that selection may not provide top-tier value since Connecticut made recent playoff appearances before this season's struggles. Consecutive poor seasons typically generate the highest draft positions. The season's ultimate objectives appear undefined without clear trade intentions or apparent job security concerns among management. Tyler Marsh and the general manager seem secure in their positions based on current organizational behavior patterns. Nobody appears threatened or pressured into making significant changes. Initial team construction likely centered around a veteran leadership approach that ultimately failed to produce expected results.
It feels like Chicago Sky's headed down tank mode. What you want to do is you want to make sure you protect your investment. If Angel Reese had these little knick-knack injuries, sit out till she's 100%. I don't care how bad Angel Reese wants to play. You need to save her from herself. Because right now, the team is not good. I'm going to protect my investment. If Angel have knick-knack injuries, you need to sit her out. This is all.
While some may claim the roster was built around current young stars, evidence suggests different priorities guided earlier decisions. The strategy seemingly involved showcasing veteran talent while supporting players filled complementary roles, but this approach proved unsuccessful. Coach Marsh may be overutilizing Angel Reese's minutes due to roster necessity rather than choice. The talent shortage forces extended playing time approaching 35 mits 40 minutes per game. Her versatility masks numerous team deficiencies, but this burden creates physical wear on a young athlete's body. Risk management suggests avoiding unnecessary exposure to further injury.
She was, because she actually was okay. She had 17 points, 15 boards. She had a great game. She actually did have a great game there. So you can use that example. But I've never seen a player that I believe play with negative motor before. Or negative aggression. She literally looks like she doesn't want to be there most of the time. She got swatted by Skylar Diggins yesterday. She legit does not seem.
Smart organizational planning would prioritize complete health restoration before return to competition. Rushing back key players like Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, or Michaela serves no long-term purpose. Current focus should emphasize developing younger roster members and core talent rather than forcing compromised players into action. The franchise needs to concentrate on nurturing their foundational pieces and emerging prospects while allowing injured players proper recovery time. This developmental approach makes more sense given their current competitive position and future outlook. The question emerges regarding whether the Chicago Sky should consider moving on from Camila Cardoso so early in her professional career.
It legit does not seem like she wants to be there most of the time. I don't know what the story is. Like, she's just not aggressive at all. Like, Dawn Staley's there saying, oh, she needs the right coach to be aggressive. She's 25 years old. I'm sorry. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, I think she's going down Nalissa Smith territory. And if you guys don't know what Nalissa Smith territory is like,
this discussion centers around her apparent disconnect from team success and her concerning lack of intensity on the court. Statistical evidence suggests the Sky performed better during Cardoso's absences from the lineup. During several crucial matchups, her presence has been minimal, contributing little to the team's most impressive victories. The exception came against Minnesota, where she recorded 17 points and 15 rebounds in a solid performance that demonstrated her capabilities when engaged. The most troubling aspect of Cardoso's play involves what appears to be a fundamental lack of drive. Rarely has a player exhibited such passive behavior consistently.
And if you guys don't know what Nalissa Smith territory is like, okay, yeah, you can put up good stats in a bad team and you were really good in college. You might say, oh, she was national champion in college. Well, so was Nalissa Smith. I mean this when I say this. Like, she genuinely does not look like she has any aggression. She had the second worst, plus minus, in the history of the Chicago Sky yesterday. People are saying, oh, like,
her demeanor suggests disinterest, and she frequently appears overwhelmed by opposing players of smaller stature, including being outplayed by Skylar Diggins-Smith in recent action. Dawn Staley's suggestion that Cardoso requires specific coaching to unlock her aggressiveness raises concerns given the player's age. At 24 years old, this represents a fundamental character issue rather than a developmental need. This situation mirrors the trajectory of Aja Wilson, another player who showed promise in college but struggled with consistency and effort in the professional ranks. Wilson's second WNBA season included impressive scoring performances, with games featuring 21, 18, 16, 24, 15, and 26 points respectively. Her rebounding numbers were equally strong, recording multiple double-doubles with 11 rebounds in several contests.
You need to get Camila and Angel more help. Camila is no help. And in the words of Angel Reese, she is no help. Like, Angel and Elizabeth Williams on the floor versus Angel and Camila makes, like, again, Angel's better with Elizabeth Williams on the floor 9 times out of 10. There's the occasional game where Camila Cardoso remembers she's Camila Cardoso and starts getting rebounds, starts finishing, and starts blocking shots. There is the occasional game where she remembers she's Camila Cardoso. But, like, let's not forget what Nalissa Smith did.
Even accounting for team struggles, Wilson's production exceeded Cardoso's current output significantly. The defensive effort problem that plagued Wilson appears even more pronounced with Cardoso. Motor and competitive fire cannot be taught or instilled through coaching once. These represent innate qualities that either exist or don't. While Cardoso dominated against Iowa's Hannah Stuelke in the championship game, that matchup featured a significant size advantage against a 6'1" opponent in her second collegiate season. During Angel Reese's absence, Cardoso received increased opportunities and recognition, including Player of the Week honors for a 13-point, 13-rebound performance that lacked impact. Her struggles against Connecticut's Dorka Juhas, a 19-year-old player 4.5 years her junior, highlighted these concerning trends.
Nalissa Smith did last season. Like, I understand Nalissa Smith has now regressed into a 7-point per game scorer who plays no defense. But, like, if we want to look at her game log, I'm going to show you guys some of Nalissa Smith's game logs from year two. Some of her game logs from year 2 were silly. Like, we look 2022, Nalissa Smith's rookie season. Rookie Nalissa Smith, 21 points, 18, 9, 16, 24, 14, 15, 12, 20, 15, 26.
Such performances against younger, less experienced competition raise serious questions about development potential. The age factor cannot be ignored when evaluating expectations. Cardoso will turn 25 within months, placing her among established professionals rather than developing prospects. Comparing her age to current NBA players reveals she's older than Anthony Edwards, who never faced questions about competitive drive or aggression. She's also older than players like Jalen Williams and roughly the same age as Zion Williamson, all players who demonstrated immediate impact and intensity. Edwards, despite being younger, never required external motivation to compete aggressively.
20, 15, 26, 21, 19, 17, 18, 13, 13. Did this team suck? Yeah, this guy suck. This guy suck. NaLyssa Smith's second season in the WNBA. She ends the season on 16, 14, 16, 30, 18, 8, 16, 25. And the rebounds as well. Like, she had 25 and 11, 16 and 11, 18 and 11, 16 and 11, 18 and 11, 26 and 11. Like,
the same applies to Franz Wagner, LaMelo Ball, and other players in Cardoso's age range. None of these athletes needed coaching to develop basic competitive instincts. The fundamental issue isn't skill-based. Cardoso possesses considerable physical tools and potential. Her size, touch around the rim, and college success demonstrate capability. However, intangible qualities like desire, competitive spirit, and court presence cannot be developed at this stage of her career. The contrast with teammate Angel Reese proves instructive.
26 and 11. Like, 29 and 12. NaLyssa Smith was better in her second season than Camila Cardoso is. And the problem with NaLyssa Smith is there is a severe effort problem on the defensive end. There is a severe effort problem. And you don't fix effort. You don't fix motor. You don't fix aggression. Camila Cardoso, like, and you might be saying, oh, look, Cardoso was aggressive in the championship game against Iowa, which is why they won. She was being guarded by 6'1" Hannah Stolke.
Even during poor shooting performances, Reese maintains aggressive pursuit of rebounds and defensive positioning. Her energy level remains consistent regardless of statistical output. Cardoso's passive approach during losses, particularly blowout defeats, suggests a problematic mindset. Passive poor play presents a different challenge than aggressive mistakes. Players can correct technique and decision-making through repetition and coaching, but fundamental effort issues typically remain unchanged. Cardoso's body language and court presence indicate someone going through motions rather than competing with purpose.
She was being guarded by 6'1" Hannah Stolke. Like, I'm sorry, second year, 6'1" Hannah Stolke. Like, I'd be shocked I'd be annoyed if she didn't absolutely cook her. But at what stage do the Sky just say, you know what, this isn't working? This isn't working. Like, when Angel's out, you get Camila gets the weird treatment. Camila takes Player of the Week.
The Sky organization faces a critical decision regarding asset management. Trading Cardoso while her college reputation maintains value could yield significant returns, potentially 2 promising young players or a quality veteran plus draft compensation. Other teams may still believe in her upside based on collegiate dominance and physical attributes. However, realistic projections suggest Cardoso's ceiling resembles a slightly improved version of other disappointments. Players who compiled decent statistics on struggling teams without meaningful impact. Without the hype surrounding her college championship, her current playing time might be significantly reduced.